Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw. Going In Raw. That sounds terrible.
What's up? It's your girl, Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you are watching Going In Raw. You like that?
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steven Larson. And available wherever podcasts can be found. Want to say thanks, everybody, for the warm wishes over our fifth 5-year anniversary video and announcement and all that kind of stuff. October 5th, big day for us. 10 for the wins coming back. That should be a lot of fun.
I kind of felt like we buried that news at the end of another video.
We totally did. We're going to have to do a trailer. We'll shoot a couple episodes either this week or next.
Yeah.
And then we'll cut a little trailer together for that. But yeah, we totally did. It was literally the end of a 23-minute retrospective on Steven Larson.
We did a clip show at the end of it. Oh, here's some actual real news.
Yeah.
What it is, I guess,
No, this is a very Going In Raw thing. Anyways, I want to say thanks, everybody, and all the people who participated in the video, sent us videos, Cultaholic, Wrestle Talk, Luge. Now that I mentioned a couple, I have to mention them all. Brian Zane, Solid Monster, Simon Miller, Elliot from ETC.
And Dan.
And of course, Dan. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was rad.
That was really cool.
So that was
Whoa,
cool to see.
Max Wrestling says, happy belated 5-year anniversary, friendos. Max Wrestling, world renowned for, and even synonymous with tardiness. Never would have been a thing if not for your inspiration. Here's to 5 more. 2 sweet hearty handshake. Gents, thank you very much.
People watching in chat right now, if you click on Max Wrestling, I'm a big fan. I haven't seen a lot of it, but when I've watched Max Wrestling's, they do like similar to Fun Wrestling, Steve W, but in my opinion, better.
Yeah.
They do their own 2K wrestling series, and it's fantastic. We've been having, I'm just going to throw this out here really quick for the live crowd because I noticed that's red right there.
Yeah, we've had some internet issues today.
We have been having, and this is not on our end this time. This time it's not us. We've been having internet issues all morning long. So if the stream cuts out, apologies. You can try to refresh. There's not much we can do about it when it's literally Comcast. When the signal's coming in and it ain't great, nothing we could do about it.
Sadly, no. Jay Sean Lawrence, here's $5 for 5 amazing years of amazing content. Congrats, friendos. Thank you, Jay Sean.
Thank you so much. Anyways,
do we new patrons over the weekend?
I don't think so. It's funny in the in the 5-year thing, I did not post any reference. Well, there was that one reference to Patreon, which then you shoot me down. If you want to listen to the very first episode of Going In Raw, by the way, it's available at our Patreon, completely free. You, me, and Dan,
we have
going at it.
We have Mark Van Roy, Matt Gregory, and that appears to be... Oh, did you get Brad Shepard's WWE Inside Source?
Really?
Yeah, man.
Brad Shepard's WWE Inside Source?
He's a new patron now.
Nice.
Great news. Now maybe he can become our Inside Source.
We're going to get all the juicy scoops.
Oh, we are. So thank you, everybody who subscribed to Patreon over the weekend, contributed. Brandon Garza says, thanks for helping me get back into wrestling. Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon. I always love that. People say that a bunch to us. Hey, you got me back into wrestling. Or apparently in Alex C's case, we got him into wrestling.
Yeah.
Which he seemingly regrets maybe a little bit.
Yeah, I would imagine, yeah. It's a pretty serious commitment, you know.
It really is.
Being a wrestling fan is a huge commitment.
Man, there is actually kind of a ton of news out there.
A bunch of little news.
Yeah, there's a bunch of little news, and it's wrestling. It's all little news. Like virtually all wrestling news is non-news. Some of it's just
I don't know,
more
man. One of these things here, that's pretty exciting for me personally.
What, Alicia Fox helping out Eric Bischoff backstage? Not the network Fox, but Alicia Fox?
I don't know why that was buried in the top 10. That seems like a huge bit of news. No, let's get to it. So there's some huge changes in store coming up for Raw and SmackDown. Of course, what?
That's what I forgot to do in the stupid thumbnails. Pyro. That's the most important one to you, right?
Yeah,
Pyro.
Totally. I'm getting to that. Hold on. Of course, we got SmackDown next week moving over to Fox Friday nights. So Raw, they're not going to be left behind, refreshing the show. So, according to WrestleVotes, quote, this coming week of TV is a final week with the current entrance stage. Both Raw and SmackDown are getting an updated, fresh feeling set. New sets.
I love it.
Hopefully that means we'll get some new sets too for pay-per-views, at least the major 4.
That'd be nice. Well, WrestleMania always had. WrestleMania this year only had that giant. If they don't do a pirate ship this year, somebody needs to be fired.
I like the giant screen, man. That was great. It was humongous.
Kidding me? No, man. It's just
great.
a giant TV. How great was it? I mean, that was the one thing when we went to the Florida one.
Orlando, yeah.
To
The
Orlando.
roller coaster they had there.
Come on, man. There's craftsmanship there.
There is.
That's good. A giant screen.
No, I thought it looked good.
Yeah,
I like the Rumble where they didn't have anything. They just had the 2 little things on the
I
side.
hated that.
No, that was great.
So much.
Maximize the number of people they can have in those seats. That's what they're doing.
If I want to see something that has lack of production, I'll go back and watch like the first WrestleMania. It's charming in how like small it is. Not small, but how stripped down it is.
Oh man, I like the scaled down set. I don't need the huge set.
Yeah.
We get that all the time. We see that all the time.
Where?
Like every other WrestleMania prior to this year.
I know. I don't want. So going forward, it's a special thing. That's a yearly thing.
And it is special. The way they treated the Rumble especially was special because instead of going large, they went small.
They came out of a dugout, right?
Yeah, and they had a couple of side trons.
So I didn't. Okay, so the thing is that was different.
Yeah,
I
thought it was pretty
appreciate
neat.
that. But just a big LED screen. Anyways,
Doesn't bother me.
can move on. Come on.
Anyways, there were new stage sets.
You're already killing my soul today.
Whether may turn down the cold water Larson.
5 years and 2 days. That's how long we're gonna last.
Yeah, pretty much. Quit. Remains to be seen if we're gonna have pay-per-view sets. But here's the thing about the old pay-per-view sets when they used to do custom ones. When we went to the WWE archives, they had some of the signage for that.
Yeah.
In person, it doesn't look great. It's not going to look good on in
HD.
It's going to look bad.
And
it's painted plywood, is what it is.
Didn't he say that? Didn't the tour guy? Didn't he say they realized when they went to HD
they couldn't do this.
This wasn't going to fly.
No.
Yeah.
Because it's painted plywood. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly.
You see, like what would they have?
Backlash.
Backlash, yeah.
Yeah, the Backlash logo.
And then they had like a airbrush gradient on it, which on TV probably looked fine, but in person, it's like, all right, this is just painted plywood.
Yeah.
Not that impressive.
So, I mean, we've also been hearing, this has been kind of chatter. I think some of it's come from WrestleVotes, but that I'm not, don't quote me on that one. That the SmackDown fist in some sort of iteration,
we've heard that.
Some sort of spiritual successor to the SmackDown
That might
fist.
just be wishful thinking, though.
It could be. That could be.
Unless it's Cletus, the NFL robot's fist.
That'd be like a big
some real integration.
Big neck fist?
Yeah, integration.
Flesh mech fist.
Even better.
That'd be
That
great.
just might be the original fist.
Yeah.
Another news from WrestleVotes. Yeah. Pyro is coming back, baby.
Yeah, I like that.
Quote
think that's
news
good.
I think everyone will enjoy. Pyro returns to weekly television next week. Fireworks will once again be a fixture on WWE TV. Hell yes. Can't wait.
So I like this. I've always been kind of a take it or leave it guy with Pyro, but it does add production value.
Yeah, it does.
I don't like being there right next to the Pyro and then it going off and giving me almost a heart attack. I don't like that aspect
You
of
toughen
it.
up, man.
And then also, well, that's definitely true. Also, if somebody brings their dog, like in their entrance, and the Pyro goes off, that's terrible.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't bring your dog if Pyro's involved.
You shouldn't. Cody?
He said that was a mistake.
I know. Retro.
He realized the error of his ways.
Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, he realized the error of his ways. So, and also, there's we'll get the Raw preview later, but there's a thing on one of the ads they ran saying that there's a match tonight, 5-way match to renew contender for Universal Champion, and the match for the championship is going to happen on the season premiere of Raw next week. So today's season finale.
They called it today's the season finale.
I feel like they've done that before.
Oh yeah, whenever there's been like a big change of things, like they might have done that for the 2016 draft.
Mm-hmm.
They might have done that.
Yeah, I feel like they have this whenever they need to hit the restart.
SmackDown Live, because that
Yeah.
was at the same time. So when SmackDown went live, I think they probably called it the season premiere of both shows. The question is, this obviously means we're going to get a logo change. Well, okay, let's map this out. We don't have
potentially.
our whiteboards actually, and you actually
Yeah, it's
use our
actually in
whiteboard now.
use.
My sister still has that giant
We should
one.
just put it behind us.
We can put over there, and then that one we can bring back down.
No, let's have it. The giant one here. We'll just put it on casters and we can wheel it in.
Yeah, and make sure it's extra squeaky. That'd be
Mm-hmm.
good. All right, man. So Pyro's coming back.
Heck yeah, man.
What else do we want to see?
I don't need anything else. I just want Pyro, a new stage. I don't need anything else. The Raw logo looks fine. The graphics look good.
Oh man, no, everything new. Come on, you got to change
It
it
wasn't
up.
that long ago they changed all that up.
It's been 3 years.
No, they did a refresh on the Raw graphics since the draft. It hasn't always
The
been like this.
logo hasn't.
And the lower thirds were all
The
new.
logo,
and
the logo they
and
did.
and the fight screens.
I
those
like
are all less than a year and a half old.
3D. I liked when the Raw logo looked like it was being welded and molded
What
from
we need
lava.
in the matchup logos is not stills how they did in the Attitude Era, where there was a little bit of movement and then it was a freeze frame.
Yeah. See, okay, that's what I'm talking about. They say, hey, listen, we don't want the same. Okay, you're tasked with changing it wholesale. Nothing stays the same. That's your job.
All right. Raw's Wars comes back then. I want the Warzone back.
What's old is old. Something new.
Raw Zone then.
Raw Gate. I want a gosh darn opening music video package.
It's bloat, man. It's wasted time.
It's not.
There's 90 seconds you can do something else far more interesting than a montage with the same song you're going to hear week after week.
90 seconds more of somebody's promo?
Like a match?
A 90-second match? That makes any sense. Adding 90 seconds to a match. Listen, man. I'm telling you.
Bloat.
Here's the thing. This is what you want, okay? You want nobody talking. You want a commentator who only calls play-by-play.
Gosh, that's boring.
You want only a spotlight on the match. You don't see any of the crowd.
Hard to see, though.
This is what you want.
This is not what I want.
You want everything stripped down so that there's no sizzle.
Who, me?
Yes.
I'm the guy that's
what you're getting at. That's what you're telling me right now.
I'm the guy that's hyped for Pyro. I want all the sizzle, man.
Okay,
I just want it measured doses.
No, I want all. See, you had a good idea with the thing where
that's a
they
good
move
idea.
it. That's a good idea.
Fine, yeah.
All right.
And I
I want an open video package. Darn it.
I just think that's unnecessary. I want bang right into the action. And then I like the idea of like when they bring the house lights down, so you only really see the ring, you don't see the crowd. I'm totally cool with that.
90 seconds is a long time. I'm going to say this: 60 seconds. I want to take it to chat. I want to see what they say. Do you guys want some Papa Roach? You want a new metal opening package, or one of like the cool songs that they have on NXT? 1 for yes, 2 for no.
You want the whole roster lip syncing along with it too, don't you?
Come on, man. Like, think back to the Attitude Era.
Yeah, that was cool first time plays. I just want to get right into the action.
I want something to get me hyped. That's what I want. 205 gets me hyped.
That's what Pyro does.
205 gets me hyped every week.
Now, when they cut to Raw and there's Pyro zinging all over the place, that gets me hyped.
You do that for your cold open, and then into the cool video package.
No, that's not. In the Attitude Era, they did video package, cold open, Pyro all over the place, and they'd start the show.
Keith Lewis has really good Wi-Fi. He was far and away. Look at that. Oh, look at all those ones right there. Couple of.
I'm fine.
Look at that. Yeah, that's right. Nickelback, baby.
Oh God.
Take the Attitude Era one out of it. What's the best theme song? Tonight is the night.
None of them stand out, man.
Oh man,
it's the Attitude Era.
I don't even know the current. They have a current one. They just never use it. That's weird.
Isn't it Papa Roach? Isn't that the current?
Yeah, it's Papa Roach. Oh, look at that. All these. Oh, well, that's one person just saying one a lot.
Yeah, you got to pay attention, man. Someone's just
Sergio C has your back though. He says, "I agree with Larson. Action now is best
Action
intro."
now is best intro. Let's get into the show, man. Let's talk about some top guys who might be out of WWE action in a year's time.
What was the Creed opening?
Creed had one?
Did Creed actually have one? That can't be right. That sounds kind of right though, doesn't it? The Beautiful People. That was a good one. I like that one.
Yeah. According to Fightful, the Revival may not be sticking around in WWE, but that's not to say they won't. Quote, the top guys could still be top free agents come next year, as the Revival still hadn't signed new deals as of a couple weeks ago. Fightful Select was told WWE has made renewed efforts to sign Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder to the Revival. As of their Clash of Champions SmackDown title win, the two had not signed new deals, but anything that's happened since then is unknown. And then Fightful continues, quote, the Revival's contract originally set to expire next spring, but reports suggest that Dash Wilder had time added to his contract due to being sidelined with an injury. Of course, we just heard about that with Jeff Hardy.
Here's another thing I'd like to see. Up in the balcony. You know how they do this?
You want Sting up there?
Just listen. Why are you cutting me off? That's rude. You know how
sometimes I come up with really good ideas when I cut you off.
Sometimes your best ideas.
I know.
Come when you cut me off. Okay, that was actually a good idea. You know how the Street Profits, or what do you call it, the Greek chorus thing? Okay. Instead of that, have a couple of legends up in. You have all those legends.
You want Waldorf and
Statler.
Statler from the Muppets up there.
So you know the 2K commercial where Hogan, Austin, Michaels, Sting, and Bret Hart?
Yeah.
They're all up there, all 5 of them. And of course, they're all ego guys, except for Austin, kind of. And so they're all trying to get a word in. So they're all just talking over each other. That's what I want to see.
That sounds awful.
Every single, at the end of every match.
That sounds horrible.
And then I want to see a Pat McAfee on a pole match.
This goes on forever. Never end.
Anyway, so the Revival have not re-signed.
Do you want them to stay in WWE or go to All Elite Wrestling?
All Elite Wrestling probably has. They're going to have a more featured tag team
They're
division.
going to have a stacked tag team division, man.
It's not as good as WWE, but it's pretty good.
The Young Bucks, Lucha Brothers, LAX.
Yeah.
Add the Revival to that.
Yeah, that's okay.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Best friends.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. I just don't know how long they're actually going to be featured, though.
What, WWE or
in
AEW?
AEW.
What, do you suspect AEW is going to go out of business?
No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, I don't know. I want them to do whatever they're happy with. Where would I prefer to see them? I think it'd be good for. This is usually my priority. What would be good for us would be if they left. What would be good for them? They probably make more money in WWE.
Oh yeah, probably.
What do they want to do? I don't know. So whatever they want to do is good. You know, if they feel like they've been treated right and WWE is doing well by the tag team division, I think a lot of people are probably just waiting for next week.
Yeah.
To see how things start to go. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, either way, they're great. I think that I've seen a lot of them in WWE, so that's good. I think we'd probably get to see more of what they're capable of. Like we'd get to see more of their NXT level matches.
Yeah, man, that's what I want to see
for sure in AEW. So yeah, probably that. I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
Yeah, it would be good.
Oh, that's a good point actually. Kind Wizard says, "Say yeah." We'd lose that theme song. I really like that theme song. So yeah, they have such a great swagger when they come out to that theme song.
Maybe they commissioned it. I know they didn't, but maybe they did. What if they did?
Well, if they can do something where it's like just one.
Yeah.
Express, yeah.
Something.
Jail hay.
Yeah, there you go. Something. Yell hey, yeah.
We fight lots. All night, all day.
There you go, see? When we have a match, we want you to say hey.
Yell hey.
Hey. There we go.
See, we did it. We work best in collaboration. Sting up there in the rafters, yeah.
That's good.
That's good. But then he's also got Brett, Shawn,
no,
Hogan, of course.
Hey.
And Stone Cold. That was a hell of a match right there. What'd you think about that, Hulk?
Well, let me tell you something, brother. I don't want to see Hogan on my TV. Get out of here with that.
Yeah, I don't really care anymore. I'm fine with it. Whatever. That guy went through enough humiliation for like 5 lifetimes, man. Come on now. Oh, God. He had a sex tape, and he said really, really horribly racist things on tape. Everybody saw. Woo, boy. That would suck to go through. I mean, it sucks to be saying that stuff, too, but still, I don't care. Whatever.
Anyways.
Before we continue, Larson, here's a word from our sponsor, forhims.com. Did you know 66% of men start losing their hair by the age of 35? And once you start noticing your hair up there go bye-bye, it could be too late.
That is, unless you do something about it while you still have some follicles in that head of yours. But I ask you, would you rather try odd solutions or turn to medicine and science to treat your hair loss? Of course you go with medicine and science.
Yeah,
with medicine
probably.
and science.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. With forhims.com, you can be the best version of yourself with licensed doctors and FDA-approved products to help treat your hair loss. We're talking prescription solutions backed by science.
Science. Hims was created by a dude who knew that some men's health conversations are easier had online than in person. So with Hims, you don't have to stress about awkward in-person doctor visits or long wait times at the pharmacy. Forhims.com connects you with real doctors. All you got to do is answer a few questions. A doctor will review your responses, and if they determine it's right for you, they can prescribe you medication to treat your hair loss that's sent directly to your door.
And it's completely confidential and totally discreet. Get the hair loss treatment everyone is talking about. And right now, friendos can get started with the Hims Complete Hair Kit for just $5 today, right now, while supplies last, and subject to doctor's approval. See website for full details and safety information. This could cost hundreds if you went to the doctor or pharmacy somewhere else.
Go to forhims.com/GIR. That's forhims.com/GIR. forhims.com/GIR.
There's like a bunch of little tiny news,
Yeah.
like silly. This is like verging on.
This is like the non-news of the news show segment.
Yeah, but there was like enough stuff. I was like, if people aren't asking the questions, like they're probably asking the questions. So we'll just go ahead and talk about this stuff. Number one, this is fairly amusing. On Goldberg's Instagram, he posted a video of him and Dolph Ziggler at a restaurant in Vegas
right? Yeah.
getting into a brawl.
Well, I wouldn't consider that a brawl. There's no punches thrown.
Well, a brawl is kind of like it's a scuffle.
There's
some scuffling going on.
Yeah.
And Goldberg had a smile on his face most of the time. This was obviously somebody said, "Hey, fire up the camera, fire up your phone real quick. Let's get this on camera."
Let's run an angle here at this 4-star Vegas restaurant.
I loved it.
Maybe
I thought it
5-star,
was.
I don't know.
thought it was a lot. It was funny.
Was it Michelin rated? The restaurant
Was it what?
Michelin rated. You ever heard? Okay.
Nah. Is that like a food critic or something?
Yeah.
No. I don't know. Probably. Let's find out. Goldberg. There was a little.
Did it say where it was at?
There was a caption. I think so. My usual stop at. Andy. I don't know. Where is this place? Andiamo Italian Steakhouse.
Oh, that sounds
That's
good.
probably baller, man. That's probably good.
Here, I'll check.
To see Richard Wilk and Bellator MMA. Who is that? Who is this person? Oh my goodness gracious. Roy Nelson. Roy Nelson. I was looking at his Instagram. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Big Country. I remember him. He would just lay on people.
Yeah, I remember that.
When he would fight people. He said, "Look like Dolph Ziggler, and I still don't see eye to eye." Roy Nelson.
This place is at some place called The D in Las Vegas.
The D. Roy Nelson. If you look at his Instagram name, it looks like his name is Roy Nelson.
Kind of does. It's all one word. You have to scroll down to his bio.
Oh man! I remember Big Country Roy Nelson.
Roy Nelson.
Oh crap! Oh, okay. Pull it together.
Yeah, get together, man.
Anyways, fortunately for him, I wasn't still hungry, so threatening cannibalism. And then a couple of UFC guys were there to help him get away. And then hashtag all of his stuff: Spear, Jackhammer, who's next? Dodge official.
Some nutrients company here. Ready nutrients.
Feed me more nutrients.
Yeah, was Goldberg trying to infringe on Ryback's gimmick there with the feed me more thing? Good thing I had a tummy full of El Pollo Loco.
I don't know, Roy Nell. You told me.
Oh, goodness.
Oh,
yeah, this is all obviously a work. I didn't have to watch the video. No, I watched the still of it, and they were both like smiling.
I know.
Come on.
It's fine. I like when they do this stuff. Similarly, we'll skip down to the bottom one. Lacey Evans.
Oh, you want to talk about that rather than non-news? This is all completely in character.
Oh, but no, this is good stuff, though. This is really good stuff. Did you actually watch the video of this?
No.
It was great. So, like, he seems like... So, Lacey Evans
Wasn't the cop in on the deal, too?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Like, she wasn't going to roll down her window and just be in character and have the cop be cool with it.
Well, not in America, but in Canada, the cops are nice, evidently. It wouldn't surprise me if she, got her ticket or whatever and said, "Hey, listen, I'm a WWE wrestler. I'm a bad guy. Do you mind can I do this on video really quick?" It wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. Oh wait, what did it
This
say?
is what she said on Twitter. As prior law enforcement myself in U.S. Marine, I do not condone, agree, or promote disrespecting or making LEO's jobs harder than they already are, law enforcement officials, I guess. The video was created by both parties to promote the local live event taking place in the Edmonton area. The sports entertainer, it's my job not only entertain, but also set the proper example. So with that being said, I'm glad you all were entertained, but if you ever try to disrespect and put my brothers and sisters in blue and harm, I hope you get what you ask for. Okay. That's what she had to say about it.
So that's cool. Yeah, no, it's just her, like, the cop is giving her a traffic ticket. He's got a smile on his face, too. She's like, "Don't you know who I am?" And he's like, "No, I'm Lacey Evans, WWE superstar. I'll pay your ticket, but I'm not happy about it. Canada's terrible," something like that. I don't know. It's all very charming. I appreciate Lacey Evans. She is doing everything she can to, like, sort of foster this career of hers.
Yeah.
Like, when you see her at meet and greets, it's the most entertaining thing ever.
Yeah, she's always in
completely in
character,
character, and it's great. I think it's terrific.
Let's talk about Nick Jackson not being in character. What was this interview?
Talk Sport.
It
was with Talk Sport.
So they were asked about NXT. This is what Nick had to say. Quote, I watched some of it. Matt and I, we have a lot of friends there. Candice LeRae, we have a history with, so I was happy for her. She was in the first match in the 4-way, and she did great, so I was happy for her. It was a fun show, but in 10 weeks from now, those fans might get tired. It happened with Impact. It took a while, but some of those shows at the Universal Studios, those crowds were dead. It's definitely possible this happens to this NXT audience because it's the same formula. Matt continues, I'm rooting for them, though. I want them to have a good show. Ours is just going to be better. Are they not aware that NXT has been at Full Sail for like years, and usually they film once a month for like 4 hours?
Yeah.
More likely they'll get exhausted at a 4 to 6 hour taping than 2 hours.
Yeah, and that Full Sail crowd is almost always just stellar. I mean, that's a tight-knit
Even
group
at the
right
end of a
there.
4-hour show.
Even at the end of a show, they're still pretty hot.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I know it's sort of the thing right now to talk crap about each other, but I don't know. That's kind of silly.
You got to at least have a good basis on which to talk a little friendly trash talk and worrying about the NXT crowd getting tired.
I know it's kind of
It's
more
not
just
a good foundation.
It's kind of more just throwing shade there at Full Sail.
I
at
know,
the
not
Full
at
Sail
NXT,
crowd.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't know. I'm looking forward to the Wednesday Night Wars.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
And then Finn Balor probably should be returning in the month. PW Insider brought this up. They got the schedule there for the WWE Australia tour lineup. And the current advertised lineup for WWE's tour of Australia next month from October 21st to the 23rd features. And again, some of these actually give you some good indications of what we're looking at. Bayley versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. That's not surprising. Kofi versus Randy still for the WWE Championship, although that is really going to be that's card subject to change.
Oh,
right there.
yes.
And Brock ain't going down to Australia.
No.
But on the schedule is Shinsuke Nakamura with Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor for the IC Championship. I find it difficult to believe they'd put him on a card if they knew for a fact that he was still on vacation.
Yeah, probably not. That's going well beyond card subject to change. You know.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of cool that he is coming back.
Yes.
So that's awesome. The Fiend didn't actually break his neck.
Well, that's good. I know
he's cleared to wrestle. Anyways, man, do you want to do a
Raw preview? Yeah, let's get to it.
I'll start. Who will challenge for the Universal title on the season premiere of Raw next week? The season premiere of Raw kicks off next week with a Universal title match between Seth Rollins and the winner of the Fatal 5-Way match that will take place this Monday night on Raw. Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, AJ Styles, Robert Roode, and Shinsuke Nakamura will collide with each eyeing the opportunity to clash with Rollins for the top prize on Raw. Which superstar will prevail in the always unpredictable climate that is a Fatal 5-Way match to advance on to a chance to capture the Universal title next week on the season premiere of Raw?
They should have The Fiend take someone out and have the match against Seth and The Fiend be on Raw next week and have The Fiend win the title on Raw.
Ooh.
Then have the rematch at Hell in a Cell.
Ooh. Catch Monday Night Raw live at 8/7 Central on USA.
It's not the end of the preview, though. What's in store on a new Firefly Funhouse?
Really, that you're our friend.
The Fiend, Bray Wyatt's attack on Seth Rollins, the WWE Clash of Champions, with a shocking development foreshadowed a dark new challenge for the Universal Champion. As the two rivals prepare for their showdown at WWE Hell in a Cell, Wyatt returns with an all-new edition of Firefly Funhouse. Will Huskus, the Pig Boy, or Mercy Buzzard calm their friends' nerves, or will the Fiend Bray Wyatt have a new warning for the Beast Slayer? Look for possible clues on a new edition of Firefly Funhouse.
Can the Boss combat Nikki Cross's chaos? Sasha Banks and Bayley decimated the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions last week, with Bayley doing a number on Alexa Bliss's knee when she rammed it into the steel steps, and Banks making Nikki Cross tap out, but not before Cross almost defeated the Boss in the tag team affair. Now, feeling like she has something to prove and a friend to avenge, Nikki will aim to pick up where she left off when she challenges Sasha this Monday night on Raw. With each of their respective partners in their corner, can Cross pick up the biggest singles win of her career, or will the Boss make yet another bold statement en route to her Raw Women's Championship match against Becky Lynch inside Hell in a Cell on October 6th?
Chad Gable to square off with Baron Corbin in King of the Ring final rematch. King of the Ring Baron Corbin's coronation was cut painfully short on SmackDown Live when Chad Gable launched A furious attack, destroying not only the new king's crown and throne, but also his ego. You gotta do a lot more than destroy Baron's ego. Who will emerge the victor when the two square off on Raw? That seems like a short Raw preview. Did I forget to keep going? Let's double check here real quick. That seems kind of brief.
Raw
preview,
that's it.
Usually they have like 7 entries. They
Yeah, no
basically
kidding.
give you the rundown for the entire show. Before we go to questions, let's open some mail.
I want to open some. Tim Spulak kept on bugging me to
This
open.
is from
go to the PO box.
W. Pratt, I think it says here.
I think this one's from Tim Spulak. Yeah, I like this. I like this because Tim sent it to our PO box, but instead of putting to Stephen Larson at PO Box
Like his own
1814, puts to Tim Spulak. Who's that guy?
It's like comic books. Hey, friendos, thanks for everything. I am poor and can't afford the Patreon, so here's my comic book. Enjoy. Thanks for telling me about Inktober. Please pass one of these on to Cal Jack and a couple more to pass along. Too sweet, hearty handshake from William Lee Pratt. Thank you, William.
I want to see this.
Tales too tedious to tolerate.
So there it is right there. It's like it's a zine, man.
Yeah, that's kinda
oh,
neat.
that's so cool. Man, that's so neat. I love stuff like this. This is great.
Cool. I got some reading material for lunchtime.
That's so cool. Thank you
Cool.
very much, man. That's really nice of you. And then Tim Spulak sent us this little piece of Star Trek soap. It's Picard. It says, make it soap.
That's a clever pun there.
See, look at that right there. That's pretty cool. So Tim sent us some Picard soap.
Picard soap.
That's great. It's Earl Grey scented, apparently.
Yeah.
Earl Grey hot.
Yeah.
It says, the bath must be drawn here.
Said the line.
Engaging.
Yes. They got the Next Generation font all over it, too. Thank you, Tim.
Say there are 4 soaps.
There we go. Let's answer some questions. First from AP1. This is the string of Larson shocked face emojis. Mr. Wrestles. I believe that's Renegade Soul. Hey, you're not king. I want baked potato.
Hey.
Pete Dirksen. King Corbin gave us Pyro. Benevolent king, if there ever was one. Poke or Poke. Welcome to Friday Night Smackdown. Kicks in Nickelback.
Look at this photograph.
Ugh. Andy Jocelyn. Birthday shout out from David Putty Dijakovic, please.
Yeah. Hey, Andy. Feast your eyes on this good cake here. Feast your eyes on 8-Ball. 8-Ball says you got a good birthday? Unclear.
Nick C, your H champ is live too as I'm writing this. Son Miller.
Okay.
Live.
Well, everybody go watch
Yeah,
him.
go watch him. Jared Coleman, happy 5 years. That vid was tremendous. You guys deserve it. I hope nothing but the best for you two. Keep it up. Content is tremendous. Thank you very much, Jared.
Thank you, Jared.
Carlino, the fourth, or 4, long-time viewer, first time sending a super chat. My Monday was kind of lame, but the whole Roy Nelson thing gave me such a laugh. Thanks, guys, for the entertainment you've given me for over the years. Thank you, Carlino.
my favorite MMA guy is Roy Nell
Sonma.
Sonma.
Roy Nell
Sonma. Sonma.
We got some questions on the Twitters as well. If I can pull up, remember how to use my phone here.
I got my new phone this weekend. I
Yeah.
got the 11 Pro. Look at all these freaking cameras on that thing. It's too many cameras.
Ask it to show you everything they know about Genesis.
I haven't set up Siri yet. Oh man, look at that. This is great. Hold on. Look at how huge your arm looks there.
Oh man, Jack Daddy. Man, it'll be that. I don't want my arm to be that large.
You look like freaking Popeye.
All right. This is a great question from the Wrestle Dude. In the last episode of 205 Live, what should be the final match of his existence? It's got to be Mustafa Ali versus Cedric Alexander.
No.
That's going to be the last match of 205
I can't
Live.
think of a better way to disrespect the people who are there right now. It's Humberto Carrillo versus Drew Gulak, and Humberto wins. And then he takes it into
If that
NXT.
happens next week, they're not going to put the title in Creo that soon.
He asked the question.
Pay homage to the history of the show. It's got to be Mustafa versus Cedric. Tim Morris, not a question, but a prediction. We're getting the Fiend versus Brock at Survivor Series. Mark my words. Wouldn't be surprised. Fiend has to go over in that scenario, though. Samuel L. Bronkowitz, what wrestling match would you build an entire movie around? You can make subtle changes to the overall storyline to make it either more dramatic or ridiculous. For ridiculousness' sakes, give me Bruiser Brody versus Lex Luger in that cage match.
Oh, that's a great answer.
I mean, like the Montreal Screwjob's probably the most obvious answer, but I feel like that's been mined thoroughly as far as the information and the background to everything. So I'm trying to think of some outside the box ones.
Hey, you know what'd be fun is to do some. They'd have to be like sort of sold on the down low. But you know how Boom does those WWE comics, and it sort of takes you behind the scenes, but it's still in kayfabe. Is to do that, but with like non-WWE stuff.
That'd be fun.
Like doing a Luger Brody one. That'd be hilarious. That'd be so funny.
Juan Guerrero Jr., Mr. Triple Mania, what was your favorite or most memorable 10 for win video list that you worked on? He says, P.S. Congratulations on 5 years, friendos. The first time I remember things really clicking was the Heavy Rain one.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
that's the first one that really felt like what we would go on to do.
Yeah, no, I agree with that totally. The Mass Effect one also. The what was the? It was like this Decisions. Yeah. That one, and then you and I we're gonna start uploading the old episodes. I think I'm just gonna make like an archive channel, like a 10 for the Win archive channel.
Yeah,
and just start uploading them there.
Yeah,
because why not?
Yeah, we'll
have to vet them first.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll do something special with like the intros. We'll do like a on this channel.
Yeah.
I think also like I think I was happiest with the Road to E3. It wasn't even like an episode of 10 for the Win, but it was like Road to E3 where we did like basically a couple of short films. And I like the one that sort of you spearheaded the most. I thought it was really, really good.
One that had poop in it.
Yeah, it had. And it had turbo in it. That's right. Yeah.
Ezra Zealous, do any of the 205 Live guys that are on main have a higher ceiling than being fed to the top guys? I think Mustafa Ali definitely. I think Cedric Alexander does. Drew Gulak does.
Well, yeah, but what about now? Like now, the guys that are there now, because we know that Ali. I mean, I think that Ali, Buddy Murphy, and Cedric Alexander all prove that. Yeah, they're totally going to be.
Yeah.
They're legit. Drew 1,000%. I think he's great. Umberto might need more time.
Yeah, he does.
Just because sometimes you need somebody who's a bit more weathered.
Yeah. Well, something Triple H has said in the past is he wants to make sure everybody in the roster looks like they can legitimately win a fight.
Yeah. Who else is on that roster? Tony Nese, I always have doubts of, just because like I feel like again Tony Nese in like 10 years when he has like a lot more just time to like live. I just feel like he's maybe like just the personality needs some working on, and sometimes that just comes with experience.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Camp Counselor Greg, will you power rank the WWE's best finishers of all time? One Stunner.
Yeah, I mean Stunner's number one.
I gotta say 2's a leg drop.
2's definitely a leg drop. That's powerful, man.
3's Tombstone.
Yeah.
4 Sweet Chin Music. Or Pedigree.
Oh no, I'd say it's either the AA or the F5.
Oh yeah, probably AA then.
You got to put the AA, then I would put the F5 up there.
Then Pedigree, then Sweet Chin Music.
I put Sweet Chin Music. Would you consider the sharpshooter like a finishing move?
Yeah, that's why you want matches.
Sharpshooter up there.
Yeah,
I put sharpshooter above the Pedigree. Pedigree's such an ugly move. I don't know why he went with that. It's so awkward.
Probably because no one else was doing it.
Yeah. Oh man, dude. Now in front of, so I'd say like AA, then the RKO, then the F5.
Lord Ziffer, do you think the members of Undisputed Era be as successful in NXT if they were separated and never in a faction? So 2 single stars and a tag team in Redragon. Congrats again on 5 years, friendos. Thanks, Lord Ziffer. I mean, Adam Cole, I think, would be a massive success regardless if he was in or out of a faction, but I think being in a faction has benefited everybody. That's that level of chemistry and personality they bring out of each other. Yeah, that's magic, man.
Yeah, it really is. And I think that I don't think they would be close to being as successful. I think Adam Cole's the one. You're right about that. Adam Cole would be successful regardless. But no, I think that they're
we've never seen this. Granted, I'm not as familiar as Kyle O'Reilly's work in Ring of Honor as I probably should be. As far as I know, we never saw this level of personality out of Kyle O'Reilly.
I feel like there would be like gifts and stuff out there.
He did it at some PWG shows. I think that's the extent of it. There's a couple of gifts I've seen from PWG shows where he shows some personality. Brandon Lusala, did you guys see Kishin Liger? Hell yeah, man.
Man, we totally, let's talk about that a little bit.
That's great. Thank you for finding that little article and posting it on Twitter about the backstory of it, because I kind of knew a little bit, but
I had never heard of that.
Yeah.
So New Japan Destruction in Kobe?
Yeah.
Kobe. went down. And so a couple outcomes from there. Number one, we have a new Intercontinental Champion, Jay White, the knife prevert. And then
beat Tetsuya Naito.
He beat Naito. Let's just get the results here.
I wonder if, and then Hiroki Goto came out and challenged.
I started to watch the show this morning, and then
internet was garbage, and then
Japan World froze up on me.
And then we had to do stuff. Hiroki Goto came out and challenged him, so that's probably gonna be his match at King of Pro Wrestling. And that'll be a W for Switchblade. And then we saw, of course, Jushin Liger has been in an extended feud with Minoru Suzuki.
So did Minoru Suzuki
He took his mask at the previous show.
He took his mask, okay.
And so Liger comes out with his mask on, but he doesn't have the long hair coming out of it. And during the course of the match, he takes his mask off and is Kishin Liger underneath with the face paint and whatnot.
Can I just get the results here? What the heck?
No, they're not listed yet.
Who the heck wouldn't do that?
All of them for the weekend. Or none of them for the weekend. So it looks like that's going to be the match. Of course, Jushin Liger is winding down his career. This Wrestle Kingdom, I believe, is going to be his last. And while it'd be pretty cool to see Kishin Liger taking on Minoru Suzuki in like a hardcore match at Wrestle Kingdom, it's probably going to happen at King of Pro Wrestling.
I mean, more importantly, though, Kishin Liger tried to stab Minoru Suzuki.
Yeah, man. That was incredible.
So that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That's pretty great. I definitely need to check that show out. And then King of Pro Wrestling is in November. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, I think it's October. It's October.
Is it October?
Yeah, because usually November and December is World Tag League.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it'll be towards the end of next month, I believe.
So Goto then attacked. Okay, Jay White challenged him, so that's an easy win for Jay White.
Yeah. And I think it's going to be Evil taking on Kota Ibushi at King of Pro Wrestling for the Wrestle Kingdom briefcase.
They had Goto beat Takagi, huh?
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's interesting. I definitely would have thought that had gone the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. LIJ.
I think Ospreay and LP are going to have a match at King of Pro Wrestling, too. That'll be really good.
Oh, that's cool.
It's cool. Carl Frederick's got the...
I don't know much about that dude.
I just saw Cal tweeted congrats to him, so...
Yeah, I saw that
I don't
also.
want to know if he has local roots or what.
I'll have to, check out that stuff.
Yeah, neither. Although he beat Shooter, so that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
No, Shooter's going to be fine. Blake Elizondo. So we have 2 world title matches coming up in the next month with seemingly obvious outcomes. That being said, how excited for a Brock versus Fiend Survivor Series feud, and how would you book it? This is like the one thing... I mean, granted, Brock's had matches against The Undertaker, but what the Fiend's doing is completely different.
Mm-hmm. Maury said, just pick up the phone, WWE, and I'm available. That has to happen.
That's got to happen.
That has to happen.
So it'd be an interesting dynamic where Brock usually doesn't stress about anything. You got to stress about the Fiend and have the Fiend come out and attack him. But you got to have the Fiend pick up the win, otherwise you're kneecapping the Fiend pretty quickly after he probably wins the title from Seth. Blake continues, I feel the power of the Fiend is how proactive he is in seeking out fights and targets. How will this change as champion? It shouldn't change.
That's a great question. That's a really good question.
It shouldn't change. He should be proactive. He should be seeking people out.
Okay, so he wins the championship. What would be his motivation then for... Because right now, it's not even... His motivation doesn't even... It's not even... I mean, the thing that he has going for him is that his motivation doesn't seem to be Universal Championship. He's pointed at Seth Rollins because they have history.
There's plenty of people he has history with in WWE. You should go after Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, Undertaker, Cena. He should be going to... Braun
Strowman?
Here's the thing, man. You want to make sure that Universal Championship doesn't lose any of the luster simply because of Brock Lesnar holding the other title.
Yeah.
And the way you do that is you make that Universal Championship almost like, I'm not going to say like a Legends title, but that should be contested with the biggest names. Wheel out Goldberg to lose to Bray Wyatt. Wheel out Cena. Wheel out Undertaker. As long as you have a steady stream of them, and then you sprinkle in guys like Braun Strowman and others that are top of the line guys on Raw. You sprinkle them in, but the biggest matches should be with the biggest names for that title.
Church Jackson, please cast James Bond with an active main roster member. Who should be?
Nigel McGuinness. Oh, main roster. Okay, active. Okay. Man, Nigel would make a great Bond.
He would. Big E.
That's a good one, actually. That's a good one.
Joaquin the Dream, if there was a battle royal between all the hot dog condiments, which would you book to come out on top? I know you probably book mustard.
Oh, man, I'm a huge fan of mustard. I love mustard. Mustard's great.
I'd go with ketchup, though. I prefer ketchup in my hot dogs. That's just me personally. Yowie Wowie, if he wins, will Funhouse Bray have the normal Universal title and the Fiend come out with a demonic version of it?
That's a great idea. That's a terrific idea.
Oh, wow, this is a great question here. Eddie Diltz, dog authority figure, has enough support that he become general manager of any wrestling show, any around the world.
AAA, it's AAA.
Which one does he go to? All right, yeah.
Pero Patron.
Yeah, there you go.
Boss dog.
Yeah.
Perro Patron.
Ryan asks, how would you book Finn's return? He's got to go after the Fiend at some point when he comes back. I know they have him booked against Nakamura for the Intercontinental title, which makes sense because he lost it to Nakamura. But he's got to go after the Fiend. Fiend broke his neck.
Yeah, man. He's got to lose to the Fiend. That's the thing. He comes back. Can he be losing immediately? You have a big. I think you build him up. And he comes. I like he comes back and he joins Bullet Club. Friggin' OC, whatever they're called. A terrible name. What did you say? You said before they break up, Finn comes back, they all join back together in a different name.
Just to change their branding.
Just to change the branding.
Name, yeah.
Make it cooler.
Dominic Malnar, what's been your favorite moments in wrestling this year?
Jeez, man, there's been a ton. Like you can't think of like the Fiend's debut.
Muscle Man dance.
The Muscle Man dance.
Seeing Mox come out at Double or Nothing and being there live for it.
The Fiend's freaking Bray Wyatt head lantern.
Yeah, that was something else.
The neck break, all that stuff for the Fiend was great.
What else? Seeing Adam Cole finally win that title.
Oh, seeing him last week draped in gold. Mm-hmm. Oh boy, there's been a ton of great moments.
All of Triple Mania.
The entirety of Triple Mania was amazing. I mean, that to me is my top wrestling moment of the year was our Triple Mania co-stream.
Seeing Kota Ibushi win that G1 briefcase is pretty awesome too. Kyle Korath, Taker cost Bray title, setting up Saudi or Survivor Series match. No.
Wait, doing what?
Undertaker cost Bray the title.
Nobody costs Bray anything.
No.
Bray should be a force of nature. Nobody costs a force of nature anything.
Yep. Zachary Scarpel, best powerbomb in the industry. Who's got the best powerbomb right now?
Kevin Nash.
Well, he's not really wrestling full-time anymore. His powerbomb was never that great anyways. He just picked him up and dropped him. There was no torque behind it.
That was a great jackknife. It's a jackknife. That's why that's called a jackknife.
I think Sony was a powerbomb that almost makes me wince because there's so much torque behind it.
Didn't Scott Norton used to have a really good powerbomb?
Yeah.
Somebody like that. Like you just throw the guy down. And I've seen them before. God, there's been like
Vader?
Yeah. They literally, yeah.
He broke someone's back with a powerbomb. John Ortolaza, do you think AEW will struggle to get a large buzz during their first week when we have a Universal title match next Monday, NXT Women's title match on Wednesday, and WWE title match on Friday? Yeah.
Uh-huh. Wait, I'm sorry. What was the question?
Do you think AEW will struggle to get a large buzz during their first week when there's Universal title match on Monday, NXT Women's title match on Wednesday, and WWE title match on Friday, plus Hell in a Cell that Sunday?
You're in the deep end, man. You're in the. I don't think they're gonna. No, I don't think they're gonna struggle to get buzz. I think they're gonna have buzz because I think they're gonna do a really, really good job of capturing it. But they will have to realize that they are swimming in the deep end with the WWE, and there's a lot of people in WWE. There's a lot of shows. So, yes, they will have a chunk of it, but it's going to be hard to steal buzz from WWE. It really is. Like, man, this is like the perfect storm of wrestling right now. It's crazy. This is a good question here, Jason Lewis, because I've seen this a little bit on the Twitter timeline, and I think it's interesting. If you thought he was a capable wrestler and you had a roster spot open, would you sign David Benoit or turn him down over his father's legacy? No, if he's a capable wrestler, somebody's got to give this kid a chance, man, because like I understand because he does look a lot like his dad, but people have to realize you cannot be held accountable for the sins of your father.
Exactly.
You can't. And if he's shown that he has something in the ring that can help your company, that's why I think if that's the case, if he is a really good wrestler, if he's up to the level, a place like AEW, who does a very good job of, they have the inclusiveness thing going on better than anybody else right now. Storytelling wise, what they are able to do, like for example with Sean Spears, and granted a lot of that's like work stuff, but like the way they're able to tell like real stories, the recognition they have, the attention to detail they have, I think they could tell his story probably better than anybody else.
Yeah, probably.
And really separate him from what his dad did.
Yeah.
And I think people just have to, that's the one thing that if something positive can come out of that horrible situation, that could be it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Pyro Eddie, what about Demon Balor loses then joins the Fiend? The Fiend's only friend should be puppets. The villain Alan Black, if Demon versus Fiend happens, it should end in a draw. Martin.
No, man, Fiend has to go over.
Yeah.
Finn does not need the Demon anymore. You know what the Fiend should do? The Fiend should retire the Demon.
Yeah.
Because we don't need the Demon
anymore. Should absorb the Demon's powers into himself.
Yes.
Whose dog win in a race, Gypsy or Zoe? Gypsy would. Zoe's old. I think she has bad hips now, too.
Oh. Yeah, you can't put a freaking
herding dog up against a lap dog. 'Cause that's what Zoe is. She's a lap dog.
Exactly.
Dalton, what WWE wrestler has actually benefited from having their name shortened?
I don't necessarily miss Cien Almas. I think it was a great name, but I don't think anything.
Cesaro and Rusev.
Yeah. But I mean, to this day, Mustafa Ali's a great name. That rolls so much off the tongue.
That should not have been shortened.
That shouldn't have been shortened.
I prefer Andrade Almas. You could lose the CN because when I'm taking notes for the show, I still write Almas because it's shorter than Andrade. If I'm there trying to type fast.
Yeah. Did you see their little adorable video, him and Charlotte promoting the next thing? They look so freaking happy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it. That's great.
That is great.
Yeah.
That is great.
Oh, I have to. I forgot about that. Somebody mentioned. So we've got, dude. Go grab a. I gotta sign into Big Cartel. I forget our password and stuff.
What?
We got the shirts in.
Oh yeah, we should show off the shirts.
Let's show all this stuff off.
Show them off, please. Steve's getting the stickers now.
Getting the stickers.
Sticker time.
Got the whole thing.
The whole shebang.
So check this out right now.
Friendomarket.com. You can get this stuff.
So I'm going to start sending this stuff out this week. Cleaned up my office. So check it out, man. You get this awesome shirt right here. Artwork from superstar artist Juan Ortiz, who's done a ton of awesome shirts out there. So you get this shirt, right? You also get these stickers. You got like the same piece of artwork, but like in pink and green. You get a glow in the dark, and it does glow in the dark. It was a bad test the other day. Glow in the dark going in raw logo sticker, a hologram slow wolf sticker, and then this great postcard here. We're gonna sign these postcards. We gotta hunker down and sign some of these postcards.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll do it tomorrow. I gotta grab some fresh pens.
Yeah.
So we got a double-sided postcard with that artwork also. Look at that right there. With a couple different variations. So get down to friendomarket.com right now.
And turn yourself into a consumer, son.
That's right. So yeah, right now, friendomarket.com. Go check that out. It's our 5th anniversary shirt sticker pack is available right now. So that's it for the show. We've got a bonus episode coming up for YouTube channel members and $1 and up patrons. That's happening in just a little bit.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.